Hi there, it is Training Tuesday. Thank you for joining me. I hope you had a fantastic week. My name is Kim Irwin. I'm an independent consultant with Arbonne International, and we are going to talk about the importance of not only an apple a day, but way more than that. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that acronym ROYGBIV, where we're talking about the colors of the rainbow. Well, those of you who have listened to me over the years probably know where I'm going with this, but you don't know or may not know this information that I'm going to share with you. I listened to, and I would highly recommend, a podcast called Huberman Labs, and he interviews extremely intelligent people. And one of those intelligent people is a Harvard-trained, board-certified gynecologist. She's also an associate professor. I mean, it goes on and on. But her name is Dr. Sarah Gottfried. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. If you want to look her up, it's Gottfried. And she has one of the podcasts, they talk about female hormones, about just overall female health. That's where her area of interest and expertise is. Well, she also references a gentleman at one of the colleges who did a gut project. And she talks about the relationship that has been found between getting breast cancer at 50, 60s, like 50 plus, okay? That you can actually affect, not adversely, positively affect the chances that you will get breast cancer by doing something very, very, very simple. First of all, she gives an example, and this is for men and women. This was a gentleman who was a client of hers, and he was a retired physicist. And he found out that he had a messed up microbiome, a messed up gut, and he actually ended up with an autoimmune disease. Well, he decided, because as you can imagine, he has documented probably his health history throughout his entire life, but he decided in cooperation with her, in coordination with her, that he was going to do something about this. He was not going to just lay down and take an autoimmune disease and everything that comes with that. So he kind of took it to an extreme, okay, but this is what he did. Every day he would go out to the farmer's market and he would choose 57 independent fruits and vegetables, okay? 57 independent fruits and vegetables. He would bring those home and he would make this huge amount of a smoothie. I have a hard time even saying that word. I don't know why. Smoothies are so popular. I always want to say shakes, but smoothies. Anyway, side note, he would then put that in his freezer and every day he would have a serving of that, okay? So here is what happened. I don't know the period of time in which this happened, but his autoimmune disease went into remission. He dropped a huge amount of weight, she said. And now he's a very, just like all of us, very busy, intelligent, going to meetings, traveling, all of that kind of stuff, not always making time for exercise, things that are really important. He now exercises an hour to 2 hours a day, and then he does his work rather than work coming first. And he also documented that his glucose levels went down and his insulin levels went down. She said, and all of that happened since he started with the smoothie. So what is so important about this? So Dr. Gottfried, she every single day will have 5 colors, okay? Red, yellow, green, blue, orange, okay? And so that's what she does every day. But in this study, in the gut project, what they found was that you need to, my audience is people more, midlife and forward, not as many teenagers and early 20s. I hope that there are some that are listening. But if you have any of those age groups, we've got to get them going on this, okay? So that they can fight breast cancer as early as possible. What they found is that in their teens and early 20s, if they would have at least a smoothie a day, at the minimum 3 times a week, it helped ward off that adverse potential. Okay, so where am I going with this? And she says, she's like, okay, if you can't have the whole fruits, like I just pulled out here, you don't want to go to the farmer's market and buy 57 different fruits and vegetables. She says powders are good. Well, what are powders? Powders are these whole foods that have been broken down into a powder that can be added to a smoothie, to a shake, to just water, whatever you want to do. Well, why is that important to us? And how can we make it convenient so that, and not only the teenagers and the younger people start upping their intake of fruits and vegetables, but those of us who are already in this time of life, you still need to do it. It's so important, especially if you are not good at getting it naturally. I'm one of those people. I am not good at that. That's not my go-to. And she's really funny because she talks about how one of her daughters eats a lot of fruits and vegetables. Her other daughter eats only beige. So I don't know what beige is, but how about this? How about Arbonne's Be Well Superfood Greens? Powdered superfood greens. These are, guys, vegan. Where did I write some of this stuff down here? All you do, remember I always have mine in my containers, and this is what it looks like. Okay? And all you do is put 1 scoop of this in, again, water, your shake, your smoothie, whatever. And honestly, I actually sprinkle a little on my dog's food, and they love it. So that's a little side note too. But why is this good? Because this is our vegan superfood powder. Okay, so this is 36 fruits and vegetables that are ground down into powder form. So for convenience, you just put a scoop of this in and have it once a day. So there are no artificial colors, there are no artificial flavors, there are no artificial sweeteners in it. It does not have high fructose corn syrup in it, does not have soy, does not have dairy, there is no gluten. This is what is on the back of this, okay? 36 different fruits and vegetables that are ground down to have just 1 scoop a day. And again, if we can start having the younger people put this in there and start getting those nutrients, the phytonutrients, the antioxidants, everything that comes, this actually even has prebiotics in it. So I don't know if you guys, like I said, are as bad as me at trying to eat all of that stuff. I'll have a salad, things like that. Nowhere near what is necessary to really help your microbiome, your gut environment be healthy. Because I will say it again, when your gut is healthy, everything else falls into place. Your gut is your second brain. All right? So let me see if there's anything else I wanted to tell you about this. We talked about 1 scoop. This woman is an incredible speaker as well. I mean, she goes into depth on all kinds of different things, but you don't have to go to the farmer's market and buy 57 different fruits and vegetables. You can just message me and I'll get you one of these, okay? 1 scoop a day. And that is going to help you, help your health, help your gut. So thank you for listening. I hope this was helpful. Don't forget, the Huberman Lab is the podcast, and Dr. Sarah Gottfried is the woman who is the Harvard-trained, board-certified gynecologist who, I should have written down which episode it was, but you can find it. Her name is in there. So thanks so much for listening. I hope you have a great week, and I will talk to you again soon.